Greetings, dear friends, in the presence of divine love. When we are in the presence of divine love, we are truly in the presence of power, universal power. We recognize the attributes of power and the unspoken sense of authority that the presence of divine love naturally and organically carries with it. We recognize that in a sense we are tremendously attracted to it, yet it carries an atmosphere of the unknown. We want to partake of it, and we do allow ourselves to partake, but only up to a certain point, so long as we remain somehow still in control, safe and secure, where we don't have to lose touch of our comfort zone that we have been so habituated to throughout most of our life. We recognize this still as a blessing, to be in the presence of this divine love, even if it is only for brief moments. We recognize how it is a gift to be able to drink from. We recognize the sense of timelessness that is outpouring from this fountain of love, which we are partaking of, which we are drinking from. Yet at a certain point, unwittingly to ourselves, we withdraw. We pull back. We justify it. We have our reasons that seem logical. It might even be that we don't quite feel ready for it, or even feel worthy enough to drink to the degree that we are allowed. Do we even recognize the inherent permission by the great mystery that it is absolutely okay? It is absolutely desired that we say yes to being satiated, that we say yes to being fulfilled. Not in the future, but now, always now. Does love hold back from us? Does it just give us a little bit until we feel that we're worthy enough to receive a little bit more? Or does the mystery of love delight in showering itself upon us, from within us? You see, on a collective level, we have the human tendency to limit ourselves because of so much subconscious memory of wounding, so many layers of trauma, memories of pain, memories of loss, memories of abandonment, memories of rejection. The recognition of such vulnerability informs us that there is a potential threat in our environment. But remember, this is only subconscious information. It is not necessarily the reality. How can we be so blessed, yet so incapable of recognizing and valuing let alone receiving, let alone allowing ourselves to be fulfilled through the most sought-after substance on earth, the universal power of love. When I was first gifted with this experience, many, many years ago, at the very beginning stages, you could say, of my awakening process, when I was gifted with this encounter, to be present to such presence, it was an extraordinary moment, an extraordinary, oh my goodness, moment. It is what I refer to as being graced by the great mystery, with an extraordinary, not an ordinary, but an extraordinary showering of divine love. The very first evening, especially, when this grace happened, it was breathtaking. My whole being was struck with awe. And in the middle of this, there was an innate recognition that I knew this presence. I knew this grace. I knew the sense of this fragrance. I knew the sense of this taste. The taste of grace. There was a recognition that this was what my soul was longing for. It was absolutely undeniable. And yet simultaneously, I could hear that there was a subtle fear beginning to arise. It was like it was an existential fear, because the mystery of divine love, through the gracing, through the showering, there was a tremendous force that was coming with that. The whole body, the nervous system, the mind, the personality structure was being exposed to a tremendous force beyond anything else that it had encountered in this lifetime. Myself, you could say the egoic self, at the beginning, was recognizing that it was needing to surrender to this, in spite of any trepidation that was subtly starting to arise. And in that recognition of surrendering, it meant a disillusionment of the reality of self. It meant a death and rebirth instantaneously. As the inmost aware consciousness, from that position I was able to allow this, because I recognized, yes, I am the one within. This grace is my nature. I am the one that is saying yes to the mystery of this, and that this presence of divine love is my nature. And so the surrendering naturally, organically, simply happened. Absolutely tangible, absolutely breathtaking, absolutely timeless. There was nothing left to resist. There was no argument arising, no justification why to withdraw. simply a divine dance was being recognized, a divine dance between the human condition and the divine mystery of love itself. An immersion into the presence of divine love.